Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is Thursday, April 23rd. This month is flying by. It really is. I'm a little out of breath. I just ran from the other room. I ran all the way in here. I had my headphones on listening for the audio, and I'm like, when is it going to start? I'm just trying to get back to my desk in time. How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody having a good Thursday? I think I'm going to light... I think I have a dragon fruit candle, and that's the only one I have in here right now. I want to light a candle. I'm in the mood to do that tonight because we have a trailer that I am absolutely blown away by. And we're going to watch it together again tonight. Absolutely blown away by it. And I will tell you guys, move my microphone closer over here. I will tell you guys, I was not 100% on board with this movie originally, but now that I've seen the trailer, I feel a certain kind of way about it. And I can't wait to talk about it. So we're going to talk about that trailer tonight, which is Clayface. We're going to talk about Coyote versus Acme. We got some Paramount news. We have a few other things to talk about. But before we get into all of the fun stories, might even watch a video clip depending who arrives. Right now, it's just us. It is just us together. It's me. It's you. It's a Thursday night. I'm wearing my D&D shirt. Funny story about that. We'll talk about it in just a second. But before we get into that, I want to shout out to Jay Bird, Dalton in the house. Fetman Plays is here. Good to see you. We have the master in the building. South Texas Shark is here. What's up, Chris? That guy B is in the house. Harrison James is here. Silhouetted Animator is here tonight. Good to see you. Raphael's in the building. Cameron is here. By the way, shout out, Cameron. You gave me so many good little stories to talk about in the Discord today. I was going through and I'm like, Cameron is always on top of it. So thank you so much for doing that. I do appreciate it. We got a lot of stuff to go over. What's up, Taco Bella Galusi? Jose is in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see everybody. We do have a super chat from Connor Dorian, Charlie Man X 6004 with a $5 super chat. Says, will you be watching Stranger Things Tales from 85? I will, but I saw an article about it where I guess some early reviews of it, or that it's just very derivative of the original. It's very derivative of the original. Like it just kind of continues the story, and I think there was some negativity around it or something. I don't know. I'm going to watch it. I'll watch it. I have a lower bar for entertainment when it comes to me. So I'll definitely give it a watch. What is up? Cody's in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you, Cody, channel member. Been around for ages. Thank you, Cody. Thank you for the $5 super chat. All right, so I've got my production notes over here. Let's see. We might talk about The Boys, episode 4 as well. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Before we get into what I want to discuss at the beginning, before we get into that, tonight was the first night back playing Dungeons and Dragons for 2 months. Right? We're getting together as adults playing Dungeons and Dragons. I was really excited. I created my sorcerer level 5, a variant human, 5e rules, 2014. Like I was really excited to play. So we're like, we're going to meet. We're going to meet at 6:00, which is early, by the way. It's early. I don't like doing 6, but some other people do. I'm a night owl. That's why I do my podcast in the middle of the night. So I was like, okay, well, we can do 6. I'm not DMing. I'm playing. Typically I DM, but I was playing this time. I've DM'd like the last 3 times our group got together. And we get there, and it's like we arrived like 2 minutes before 6. So we were there early to play. And I'm never early. I'm either like right on time or a little bit after. That's just me. So we get there a little bit early, and it's like everyone else arrives a little bit late. I don't know. How many people here play like Magic the Gathering and D&D and stuff? I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys play. But I typically set aside 3 or 4 hours for me to play something like that, a tabletop game. We get there at 6. We still had some people rolling their characters. Mine was done. Everybody else's was done. We started a couple people that were rolling the characters. And we start playing after like 40 minutes. 40 minutes we waited. Like we were there at 6. It took us 40 minutes to start playing. After 20 minutes, the DM was like, okay, that's it for the night. And I was like, wait, is this a joke? Please tell me it's a joke. I want to keep playing. We've only been here an hour. Apparently, you know, he's a new dad, so he's really, really tired, which shout out to him. I know how it is when you got like kids and you're raising your kids or whatever. I understand. He's a new dad. It was really, really, really stressful on him. But I'm just like, 20 minutes? 20 minutes? What? So, anyway. In order to deal with the disappointment of a shorter D&D session, we went to Dairy Queen. We got some blizzards. We went shopping. I don't go shopping in stores much anymore. We went shopping in an actual store. What? Anyway, I'm sorry. That was my like 6-minute rant about my night. But the good news is we're here now. We have trailers to watch. We have stuff to discuss. And I'm so thankful that you guys are here with me. You know, to have this conversation, have a good time. How are you guys doing? How about that? How are you doing in the chat? Did you have a good day? Did you have a good week? How are you feeling right now? This is a safe space to talk about your feelings. Here, here in the Nocturnal Nerdcast. No. Okay, so I didn't see that the new episode was out until it was too late. I thought episodes dropped on Friday of Monarch. I'd been watching it on Friday mornings. So when I saw it was out this afternoon, or this, like, I think it was like we got back from the D&D thing. So like literally I didn't have time to watch it. I'm like, why is it? Does it always come out on Thursday nights at like 9:00? Does Monarch always come out at that time? I feel like it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong about it, but Silhouette Animator says, Monarch, Maul, Boys, Invincible just ended the season, Daredevil. That's what I wanted to talk about first. I'm not going to talk about spoilers, okay? No spoilers, but I have to give my thoughts on it. I'm like one of the few people in the Nerdcast that is actually watching the show regularly with the rest of you. Invincible is now, let me make the screen larger for you. And the Invincible TV series is now a little over halfway through the comics. Robert Kirkman has said they're planning 7 to 9 seasons. Season 5 is aiming to release in 2027. Fuck what everybody else says. I'm loving Invincible. Fuck everybody else. Just completely shut the fuck up. I love Invincible. I feel like for me, Invincible and the boys, they live in the same bowl, the same stew, right? I like Invincible better than The Boys. I think the reason why I like Invincible better, and I'm going to be just 100%, I'm going to keep it a buck with everybody, is Invincible is a satire on the superhero genre that doesn't feel like it needs to rip off other stuff. And you might say, Eric, what do you mean? I mean, The Boys to me always feels super derivative. It's good. It's well done. I like it. But it's a little bit too political for me. And you might say that's crazy because you talk politics all the time on other channels. I do. But I think The Boys leans too heavily into politics for me. Just a tad bit. And I'm not saying I disagree with the way they're presenting it. I think they do a solid job of presenting it. Invincible is just like, we are talking about who's the most fucking powerful one. That's it. And that's what I mean. Earlier when I said it's really easy to please me in terms of like, to be entertained, The Boys does that. The Boys. Invincible does that 100%. The Boys does not. The Boys is a bit too talky. Invincible is a lot of punchy. And I like punchy. Punchy is my shit. So I like it. I like the characters. I think the acting is really good. I like the I don't know. I like the costumes and the characters or whatever. I like all of it. My master here says, yeah, I think Invincible is better. The Boys also hates the superhero genre to some degree. I don't disagree with you. I did see a comment up here. What did I think of the animations? I think the animations have been better this season than they have been in a while. But I understand the criticism of the animation. I do understand. Like, there's times when it's not good. But I still love it. Like, you know, McDonald's fries are not good for you. And sometimes you go to buy them and they're soggy as fuck in the box and you're disappointed. You're like, fuck, I went to McDonald's just for the fries. But they're soggy. They're not good. You can't reheat them. They're completely fucked. But then once in a while, when you're like, I don't want any salt on my fries and they have to make them fresh for you, that's when you're like, this is the shit. Or sometimes you just randomly get it. I can't tell you how many times I've ordered McDonald's and it's gotten to me through like DoorDash or whatever, and it's not good because the fries are fucked. But when the fries are good, they're really, really, really good. And that's what Invincible is to me. It is the McDonald's French fries of superhero stuff. Because when it's good, it is the best. When it hits just right, it is the best. But then sometimes it's soggy fries. That's just the reality of it. Sometimes it's soggy fries, and that's okay. You take the soggy fries with the good fries, and you roll the dice on it. So I'm really enjoying Invincible. I was sad to see it end. I wanted more Battle Beast. I know what's coming. I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. We got some shit about to pop off with Battle Beast. So there's that. But we won't get that till next season. So, yeah, there we go. Dalton says I'm making him hungry. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. It's a little bit hungry. Just a little bit. What's up, Bumpkins? Good to see you. Hey, Bumpkins, we're talking Clayface trailer. We're talking Coyote versus Acme, Paramount stuff. I know I do the edgy stuff on my Copecast, but if you ever want to join me on a Nerdcast and just talk about stuff like this, you're more than welcome. Just let me know. I will send you a link. 100%. We got a super chat here from Cody, a $5 super chat. And Cody says, Invincible Versus also comes out next week. So we still get it LMAO, and it has an original story. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited for pretty much anything in the Invincible world, except for pay-to-win mobile games. Like, that's the one thing. It doesn't matter if it's Invincible. It doesn't matter if it's Marvel. It doesn't matter if it's DC. It doesn't matter what it is. If it is a pay-to-win mobile game, I'm out. 100% I'm out. So, yeah. Let me take this down here. So, all right, I'm gonna go. You don't have to join now, Bumpkins. If any, I'm sure if you don't know this name, you know who this is. If you're in the chat, I'm pretty sure that people in the chat will know who this is if you've ever been on TikTok or anything like that. I'm gonna send you the link now, Bumpkins. You don't have to join tonight, but it's a reusable studio, so it's an open door policy. I'll send you the link, and then if you ever want to join, you can at any time. Let me go ahead and do that now. Eric loves what? Scott Buck? The fuck I do. Scott Buck. The ruiner of anything and everything. So, Columbia Rican, is this you? Why is that? Why is it? Wait, did you change your screen name? I want to make sure that you are, that I'm not calling you by the wrong name. It's good to see you. The gotcha stuff, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Next week is the Monarch Season 2 finale. This season has been so good. I have told so many people, if you love the kaiju stuff, if you love the Godzilla stuff, you love the Kong stuff, you love everything in that world, you should be watching Monarch. It tells, other than Godzilla minus, Monarch is the best story of kaijus and humans together. It's the best one. You actually give a fuck about the people in the story, which is something that doesn't typically happen in the movies. Monarch is to me is peak. It's peakness. You know what I mean? There's a story mode trailer. You're lying, Cody. You're lying to me, right? Hold on. There's a story mode trailer? Cody, are you serious? Oh my. I am so excited right now. I just stepped on something and probably broke it, and I don't care. Hold on. Let me get this trailer queued up. All right. Here we go. Oh my God, you guys, hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Invincible versus story mode trailer. Are we ready? Fam, are we ready for this? Let's do it. Omni-Man!
Dad, please. You don't want to do this.
I came to this planet for one reason. To conquer it.
That makes no sense. But what about Mom? And your friends? And me.
Your mother, the others, they don't matter. But you. This can be your destiny too.
No. I can't do that.
Can't or won't.
Mark, we've got reinforcements on the way. Just hold him off.
Way ahead of you, Cecil.
Oh my god. What platform is this on? What? Hold on. What? I don't know if the chat has me blocked or I'm muted by the algorithm, so I'm gonna head out. What? I can see your comment here. Silhouette animator. What's going on? What's happening? I'm confused. Yeah, I can see you.
Are we clear now? You're one of us, or you're dead.
Fuck you.
I suppose that's a decision.
Well, it says Invincible versus official story mode gameplay video. Is there another one? There's one here from 9 hours ago. Is this the right one? No, it's cool. It's cool. Like, I get it. It's been a day for me too. I don't want you guys to feel unwelcome though. So if there's something going on and I can help, just key me in, man, for sure. Cody says that's Stephen Ewan either. It's Alec. Oh, is it? I did notice a slight difference in the voice. But I didn't know if it was just me. All right. So this is the right one, I guess. This is the actual story
Dad,
mode.
please. You don't want to do this.
I came to this planet for one reason. To conquer it.
Stand for the cause and effect.
Battle Beast!
For revenge, then I left.
Oh my god.
The journey's more than a climb, so if you can't walk in my shoes, then you can't speak on mine.
Hit me. As
All right,
hard as you
Conquest.
can.
Happy to. You can't speak on mine.
Mark, where are we?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh.
Your government
Alan!
will comply with our demands, as will all the nations of Earth.
We cannot allow that to happen.
What is this place exactly?
Robot says we're trapped here.
No one knows why.
Gotta be a term for this. I just know it. Wait, epically fucked.
Are we clear now? You're one of us, or you're dead.
Oh.
Fuck you.
I suppose that's a decision.
The suit design. Booth, Monster Girl. Oh, wait, hold on. It's on what platforms here? Xbox. Oh, it is PS5 and Steam. Okay. Pretty much everywhere. All right. Looks good to me. Thumbs up or thumbs down, chat. What did y'all think about that? What did you think about it? That's what's important. That guy B says, this looks so damn good. Yeah. Somebody said they weren't. Julia says, I'm still not much a fan of Invincible. There are people that come on the stream who are also not fans of Invincible, so I get it. Battle Beast appeared slightly. He was in like one shot, I think, which is fine. But there we go. We got a couple super chats here. Taco Belagalosi. I love your name, but I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Belagalosi. 2527. 199 says, what's your take so far on Daredevil? I will give you my take, but we actually have a special guest that just showed up in the back who has never been on the Nerdcast before, but always welcome. You guys might recognize Bumpkins.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Sorry it took me so long to get in here.
That's okay. I've been watching I mostly knew you from TikTok. That's where I found most of your videos back in the day. And then we started chatting on X / Twitter. And, obviously have your YouTube and stuff. So glad to have you. You are a comic book dude. You are way more knowledgeable about modern comics than I am. So it's good to have you on. So, well, I mean, you keep up with the stuff a bit more. I don't have as much time anymore as I used to. Are you watching Daredevil right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so Taco Belagalosi here says, what's your take so far on Daredevil? I've talked about it quite a bit, but I don't know what your take is, so why don't you just give your general idea of what you think about Daredevil right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. Daredevil is my second favorite Marvel hero. I thought the first season of Born Again was good, but, had some ups and downs, but this season is better, I think. It's the only one of the streaming shows out right now, The Boys and Invincible, and it's the only one of those that I watch, that I make time to watch, like when it drops.
Same.
Everything else is like, I'll wait for another day or two, but
we're counting the minutes on the clock before it comes on Disney Plus.
It'll be like 8:57. I'm like, I wonder if Disney Plus has it already, and I'll look. So but I'm really, really enjoying it. I do like, that they're spending a lot of time with the characters. I would like maybe a little bit more action, but the way the last episode ended, like, we're in for a treat for these last two episodes.
Yeah, the one thing that I think this season's done for me that we didn't get in season 1 is it feels like the spiritual successor to the Netflix show now, where the season 1 was a little rough because you could tell that they were dealing with like a wonky production and having to sort of fix everything that went wrong with it when they started filming it to make it work. I still liked it. I thought it had good episodes and stuff like that, but it wasn't as good. This one, and I think the actor who plays Bullseye, I can't remember his name now. Drawing a blank. Somebody in the chat will correct me and call me out for forgetting it. But he said that he wished that season 1 was as good as season 2 in an interview. So I think people kind of recognize that it wasn't as strong as it could have been. So.
Yeah, I mean, season 1 started originally it was going to be one thing that was kind of sort of disconnected from Netflix, and then they decided to change that, so they had to drop back and punt for a minute. But season 2 knew what it was going to be from the beginning, so that's why I think it feels a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah,
Wilson Bethel is his name.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they're correcting me. I always forget names. Bella Lugosi. Yes, like the name from the actor. Yes, I understand. I always reading it out. I get very tongue tied on it. So, all right, we got another super chat here from Connor. $5 super chat says tomorrow is not the season 2 finale for Monarch Legacy of Monsters because that will be on. Yes, they dropped the episode early, I think today, and. Then next week is the finale. Yeah, I believe there is one more episode. Are you watching Monarch at all? Are you a fan of the kaiju stuff or no?
Not yet? I love Godzilla and all the kaiju stuff, and my son is a big fan too. So I haven't watched any of Monarch because I've been waiting to watch it with him. Okay, but he is a super busy high school kid with a lot of extracurricular activities. So trying to nail him down to watch anything is a test of wills, basically.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Like I said, I don't know if you heard earlier, but it's probably my favorite kaiju media when it comes to marrying like the drama with the humans in the story and the kaiju, because you actually care about the characters, and I found in a lot of the movies there might be one person you care about, but for the most part they're just kind of fodder for the kaiju. So I kind of enjoy that. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the finale for that as well. Let's see here. Anybody else comments here? All right. So the other thing I was going to talk about is the Clayface trailer. I'm pretty sure you've already watched it.
Yeah.
We're going to watch it again here straight through. YouTube likes to remove trailers, so I don't know if Warner Brothers is going to let us watch it or not. But I want to talk about it because I think it knocks out a lot of the discourse around James Gunn directing everything that's coming out from the DCU. Yeah. So we're going to watch the trailer. Let me find it here. I want to get the best quality, and I think YouTube probably has the best quality on that one. Are you looking forward to Clayface? Is it something on your radar or no?
Yo, for sure. I mean, I will watch. I don't care how good or bad something looks. I will watch any comic book movie, any genre film. I will be there. I mean, I went to see Madam Web on the Thursday night preview night, before the official opening day. I'm a huge comic book fan, right? So I'll go see anything because I don't trust anyone's opinion but my own. Even my friends. If my own friends say something's good or bad, I still don't care. I want to judge it for myself. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care about box office numbers. I don't care about IMDb scores. I want my own opinion. So how am I going to know if something's good or bad unless I watch it myself?
I agree.
Yeah, I'm definitely in for this. And
I always say when for me, if somebody goes out, takes the time to watch it, and they come out and they have their opinions about it, I respect that a lot more than people that spend months saying that something is going to be bad without even seeing the movie. I mean, of course, you can have concerns about something based on what you see in the trailer, but I have been tricked by trailers before. There's movies where the trailers have been bad, and I go see the movie and I'm like, the movie was amazing, or the trailer makes the movie look incredible, and then I go and watch it and I'm like, that was not very good. So
there's been plenty of those movies where like, wait, I thought this was going to be a lot better based on the trailer. Whoever made the trailer did a really good job tricking me.
So this is okay. Before we even turn this on, I want to say for anybody that might be new watching tonight or whatever, this movie was not near the top of my list. Of course, I was going to go see it, but it wasn't a movie that was in like my top 5 of the year. There's a lot of other things I wanted to watch. After I saw this trailer, I'm like, this is not only so fucking smart for them to do with this movie, what they're doing with it, but it's also, I think it's going to attract a wide net of audience that isn't necessarily the audience that would go see like a DC movie. I think that's kind of, it might be the first one in a while that I feel like may pick up some of that ancillary audience that they wouldn't normally get. Before we watch it,
in October, like it's like if people want to watch spooky, creepy movies in October, and this looks like exactly that. So people may go see it not even realizing it's a comic book movie.
Jaybird. It's a James Gunn film. It even had music in it. Yeah, of course. We did have one of our regular panelists show up here. This is Jake is in the house. What is up, Jake? Good to see you.
Not too much. How you guys doing?
How's it going?
Good. We have Bumpkins here, Jake. I don't know if you're familiar with Bumpkins, content creator as well.
Seen a lot of pumpkins, but not bumpkins.
well, we're gonna watch the trailer. We haven't watched it yet. Have you seen the trailer for Clayface, Jake?
Yeah, I dropped my reaction to it yesterday.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, here we go. We're gonna watch it together.
And Eric, you want to know what?
What?
Still didn't get copyrighted.
Because you've got the formula. I don't have it. I don't have the same level of sauce you got. All right, here we go.
I'll teach it to you, but no.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Release a movie around October. Don't release it on fucking September 11th.
No, right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go.
Yep.
All right, I got my notes over here. Let me pull up my little list. Clayface notes here. All right, so first, before we get into my notes, this trailer is incredible. This is the trailer that, say for example, and this is somebody who loves comic book. You guys know in the chat how much I love going to see just about any comic book movie. Even if this didn't have a DC logo attached to it, I would go see this movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can market it just on the body horror aspect, and it would have an audience there.
Like I said, especially being in October. I mean, that's a perfect October movie.
Because, I mean, let's face it, even though I didn't like this movie, they kind of did the same thing with Joker, and it definitely made money.
Yeah, that's true. I actually So I wasn't excited for the Joker movie, to be honest. I mean, I know that a lot of people loved it. I watched it exactly one time and one time only, and that's just my thing.
I watched it one time, and that was enough.
Yeah, it wasn't my type of film, but a lot of people loved it. This one to me is the opposite. This made me more excited because I was excited about a Joker movie until I started seeing the promotion for the movie, and then I'm like, this doesn't really look like my kind of film. And I didn't really enjoy it when I went and saw it. However, this is the opposite. When I heard about this movie, I was like, I don't know how interested I am in watching a body horror movie that doesn't have much connection to like the outside DC world, and I don't even give a fuck anymore. Like watching this trailer, I'm like, I don't care if we even see a reference to DC in the movie. I just don't mind anymore. So a little bit of information that we got from James Gunn. I found this in a Games Radar interview. One of the big details is James Gunn says Clayface takes place before Superman and is very connected to the wider DCU, which is why I'm not too concerned about it being connected, even though I don't care if it is because I love it. But he says that it is a standalone story, so a little confusing. But he says it's not just some weird Batman villain horror movie. So chronologically, it's the first, though. This is the first movie technically in the DCU, he says, story-wise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is technically, like it's going to be the first time we get a look at Gotham. I mean, the big question mark, I guess, for me as far as the Clayface character, period, watching through that, am I invested into where they're going to take this character? Yeah. But also I look at it and go, is this really the same guy we see in Creature Commandos? Because just from this, they feel like two polar opposite characters.
I saw a quote. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, but as I was researching this for the stream, apparently James Gunn made a comment about you've never seen them in the same room together or something like that, which alluded to maybe it is the same one, but I don't think it is, right? I don't think it is the same one.
So I have kind of a tinfoil hat theory with this. Like we've heard that this is Matt Hagen, right?
Right.
So here's my theory. From what you're seeing here, they're giving you a lot of beats from Basil Karlo's tenure as Clayface. The failed actor, and he ends up getting that, like that disfigured face. Because the original Clayface is just a flat-out serial killer, not like a failed actor. What I'm thinking they might do is kind of combine the two interpretations, and this actually is Basil Karlo, and Matt Hagen is just his stage name.
Maybe.
That's a theory that I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hey, thank you for who brought that up down there. Reminds me of Darkman. My point exactly. Yeah. I appreciated that greatly.
I also think that I feel like people, and this happens all the time with this stuff, with these connected movies, I think people are spending too much time trying to reconcile this with the 5 seconds of Clayface that we saw in Creature Commandos. I mean, it was longer than that, but even if it is the same version and he was a little bit goofy in Creature Commandos and he's really creepy in this, who cares? I mean, it doesn't. It's not that big of a deal, I feel like people really they try to connect every little dot and every little piece, and sometimes you just can't do it, and sometimes it just doesn't matter.
Well, let me make it clear. It's not watching it. It's not a make or break thing for me. But watching this, I sat there and I went, "Is this the guy that turns into that perverted couch potato we see in Creature Commandos?"
Well, the other thing though is that that you can ignore that, I mean, I know people don't like to, but you could just ignore that ever happened in Creature Commandos because it doesn't really matter to this story in this movie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
because it happens after. This is chronologically before everything else. So I feel like it's a prequel to that, but it doesn't you don't necessarily have to. It's not to me. It's not a make or break thing, honestly.
No.
We did hit the goal. Thank you guys, by the way, with the super chats. We hit the goal. What were you gonna say, Jake? Sorry,
I didn't even have to say the line. You guys already did it.
All right, so some super chats here. Stagger with the $4.99 super chat says, I always thought that a movie featuring the origin story for Victor Fry's Mr. Freeze or Victor Fry's Mr. Freeze could work. Yeah, I agree, but I mean, for me, this looks interesting as a separate entity from everything.
Yeah,
I don't know if every single Batman villain could work as a separate movie. I think some of them probably wouldn't.
So
I don't know.
I honestly think there's a lot that wouldn't, but there's a select few who could. Like this, I think could. Victor Freeze, I think could. Maybe a bit of a stretch here, but I think you could even do Kirk Langstrom as a separate thing.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
And
I think there could be a story for everything, but the cool thing about this one is this was pitched. Like, this wasn't something they had planned on doing.
Nope.
This was a pitched story. And that, I didn't think much about it when we first talked about it, last year. But that means something, right? So, like, this isn't a movie where the studio was like, we have to have this movie out because this character is super important to everything that we're doing, and we need to get this movie done right now. No, this is a story that Peter and James went with because the script was really good. So
it was worth it, yeah.
And was going to be probably a cost-effective movie.
Yeah. Oh, look, I think based on this trailer right now, and the comments that I'm seeing online about this movie is going to make a ton of money for the studio because the cost of this versus what they're going to get out of it is going to be crazy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm not, everybody in the chat knows I'm not big on like whether or not something makes a ton of money or not. But if we want the DCU to succeed, some of these things have to turn a profit, right? Some of them have to be big enough. Because the MCU, you can have misses because there's a lot of hits. You got these billion-dollar movies that they make. They can have a miss every now and again. But if you have just miss after miss after miss after miss, then it starts to wane on the executives in the studio.
Well, even in the MCU, that's a little bit more of a give and take thing because even a handful of the films that people don't like and are lower on the totem pole still made a lot of money.
Yeah. I don't do the studio, like I say this all the time. I don't do trust me bro math. So I don't worry about what the guys say. As long as the studio's okay with it, that's fine with me. Like they wouldn't have greenlit Man of Tomorrow if they thought Superman was a financial flop. That doesn't make sense. They did it very quickly. So I'm not too worried about what the hate channels are saying. Cody here with the $2 super chat says there's literally 5 different Clayfaces. Is there only 5? I thought there was more than 5.
I think there's more than 5.
I guess if you count like Elseworld stories and stuff like that.
I thought there were only 3.
So, well, who are the 5? So we have Matt, we have
Basil Carlo was the first one.
Basil Carlos, yeah. Who's the third one?
I don't remember.
Yeah, what are the names? Hold on, let me look this up.
Well,
now you got me curious.
Well, I know there was a female one. Sandra Fuller was one of them.
Is this a weird take? But I wonder, does Clayface even count as a sex or gender anymore? Once the powers take over, because everything is malleable at that point. You could literally just be whatever you want.
There's a guy.
Oh, Basil Carl. There's
Jonathan
8
Williams.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot on here.
It says Basil Carlo, Matt Hagen, Preston Payne, Sandra Fuller, Cassius Clay Thing Payne, Peter Malley, Todd Russell, Johnny Williams. So there's a lot. So yeah, pretty crazy.
What a handful of people probably either don't know or forgot. While it wasn't a great version, this is technically not going to be the first time we've seen Clayface adapted in live action. Because even though it was done once before, it wasn't exactly good. Does anybody remember where it was?
Was it in the 66 Batman show?
Nope. It was in Gotham.
Oh, the Gotham TV show.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
But he was just wasn't he just like a disguise? He's a master of disguise, right? Like it wasn't anything like this.
Well, no, he was kind of just a person, like you said, kind of master of disguise. Someone that was kind of used as a puppet by Hugo Strange. And he was only in like 3 episodes, to be fair, but was still a character that exists.
What else did I have over here in the notes? So it says here the movie, this is also from Games Radar, the movie's being sold as a full-on body horror DCU entry. Melting flesh, Matt Hagen's transformation rather than superhero spectacle. By the way, is he in a tub or is this his body? Several people are saying this looks like.
Oh, I thought it was a tub,
body.
but if that's his body, it'd be cool.
I think it's a tub, but also the way his face looks right there, I've seen people say that they should use that as the basis for doing
a question movie.
Face.
Yeah. Right. That would be cool. If you wind it back a few seconds, there is a wide shot of the tub.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
and see if it's like that, flesh color. I hadn't even thought about that.
I mean, look at the edges of it. It's uneven. It looks like the rim of it is like not ceramic.
Like maybe it's
porcelain?
covering a tub, like the the.
Oh, did he wrap his body around the tub?
Maybe. Because it looks like on the right hand side, you can actually, on the far right, it looks like you can actually see the tub. Like his skin doesn't go all the way to the edge. Maybe. Like he's melting.
That's really creepy.
Yeah.
Oh man, so now this movie has jumped into my top 5 for the year. I'm ready to see this movie now.
I love what I love about this is that obviously this is connected to the rest of the DCU, but it's its own. It's a whole different tone. And James Gunn had told us that not all these movies are going to be the same thing. Well, I think it was today on Threads where somebody asked him about that, and he responded by saying, yeah, this is going to, not all the DCU movies are going to have the same tone, much like how a lot of comic books don't have the same tone. And I just love the fact that he explained this by explaining how comic books are. I loved that because, I feel like you wouldn't get anything like that from Disney and Marvel Studios. But James Gunn, he said, this is how comics work. This is how the movies are going to work too. I thought that was fantastic.
Well, even though this was a lot of horseshit when this dropped, but people love to compare, when the Supergirl trailers have been out, they love to compare it to his past work, even though Gunn didn't write Supergirl, didn't direct Supergirl. The only line of comparison they made was, oh, this movie takes place in space, it has an animal in it, and it has pop music in the trailer. Oh, it's great.
So
one, that's off of that. Two, you can't say that at all here.
Right. That was my next thing I wanted to talk about, was how this kind of shatters the discourse between this and the Lanterns. We're going to look at some Lantern stuff in a second. But Darren has joined us. Good to see you, Darren. Hope you're doing well. We can't hear you.
You are muted, my friend.
Is this another one of those nights?
Just write it down, hold up a piece of paper.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now we can hear you.
There we go.
So, Darren, before we talk about how this shatters the complaints about James Gunn directing everything, did you see the Clayface trailer, and what did you think of it if you did see it?
I did.
Because you were excited about this movie. You said you were excited about this one. So
yeah, it looks exactly like I thought it'd look. It looks incredible. It looks like that creative first drive that Gunn promised, during his original announcement. He was like, I want directors to be able to come in here and make the movies that they want to make within our already established universe. And this looks like something that A24 would put out. This looks like something that you would some Oscar nominated movie or whatever. And I think that's what's going to put them apart, opposed to some of these other cinematic universes where, I love Marvel to death. They're my guys, but sometimes all the movies kind of look like they're made by the same people or they're made by the same type of people.
Yeah.
This looks nothing like Superman.
Nope.
And Superman looks nothing like Lanterns. And if you like or hate that, that's fine. I like how each thing is trying to diversify itself from one another. I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, there's room for different things, just like comic books. There's room for one universe to have all kinds of different stuff.
Absolutely.
By the way, Darren, this is Bumpkins. I don't know if you're familiar with Bumpkins.
How's it going?
I'm not,
social
but it's
media.
great to meet you.
Yeah. Huge content creator for comic book stuff and all that, and I love watching his videos, so glad to have him here as well. So, yeah. Hopefully he'll be able to join us more often. So the next thing I want to talk about is this online discourse about James Gunn shadow directing everything in the DCU and shadow writing everything in the DCU. It seems to be with Supergirl, it was everywhere. We saw it. I don't have to pull receipts. Literally just type it in. You'll see articles about it. You'll see tweets about it. It was a huge talking point. Oh, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy 4 and all this other shit about Supergirl. You look at this, and we're going to look at Lanterns in a second, some new stuff from Lanterns. These two projects don't look like anything James Gunn would do at all. Yes, James Gunn has done horror before, but that's not what they're arguing. When people say that, they ignore James Gunn's horror movies. They just go, everything is a space thing with an animal. They forget that he directed other stuff.
You notice even though a lot of the Marvel shit has the sameness to it, no one accuses Kevin Feige of shadow writing everything.
No, because there is there is an online agenda against James Gunn from
know.
a certain group of people.
I know.
And it's because of love Zack Snyder, hate Zack Snyder, whatever. It's just this battle between Snyder and Gunn, even though they're friends and they don't want to fight with each other.
Right.
Right.
The fans keep trying to build up this battle between the two of them.
Right, and all the people who are saying move on, the only ones who aren't moving on are you fuckers, not you.
Well, the
fuckers,
crazy thing,
those fuckers.
yeah, but I said this before. If Zack Snyder were to come back to do anything for DC and Warner Brothers, it would be because he's friends with James Gunn. That's why, like, James Gunn could tell Zack Snyder, or he might have even said, hey, if you want to do a movie at some point in DC and you want to come back, let me know, pitch me a script, and we'll get you on board. They're friends with each other.
Yeah.
If he's going to do it. But I have a feeling that Zack Snyder doesn't want to work for Warner Brothers. I think that's the bigger thing here.
After
Even
they
if he
fucked him over
did-
the way they did, no.
Even if they did, I think they'd still be pissed because it's not their exact version of what they want, right?
No.
They don't want Snyder. They want his
Superman,
this one
his
idea
DC.
of what
Right.
his thing was. So I feel like even if he was still involved, they still would not be happy because they want that exact lineup that he pitched all those years ago, and that's just not going to
Right.
happen.
Like that is how you
Anytime
tell.
soon.
That is how you tell apart the actual fans of Snyder's work versus the toxic Snyder cultists.
Yeah.
Because they're only focused on one part of his filmography, and anytime you try to talk about a part of his work that isn't that, they always find a way to either steer the conversation back to his DC work or to turn it into an anti-James Gunn discussion. It's really fucking annoying, and these filmmakers are exactly that. They're filmmakers. There's more than one kind of film you can make out there.
Yeah. Before we talk any more about this, Bumpkins, what are your thoughts on Zack Snyder? Are you a huge fan of the movies he made? Anything in particular? Do you not like his take on DC? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So I always say that I am a Snyder fan. I am not a Snyder cultist, though.
Right.
I full admission, I love Man of Steel. It's one of my
I do
favorite movies
too.
of all time. I love Man of Steel.
I've watched that movie so many times. Sorry
Oh,
to cut you
gosh.
off. That I love that movie.
Yeah,
I know
no.
it's not the perfect Superman story, but I love that movie.
Yeah,
So-
I love it. I've seen it dozens of times. I also love last year's Superman. I did like Henry Cavill as Superman. I would have liked to have seen another. I feel like I'm the only one who, when they announced Batman versus Superman as the next movie, I was disappointed. I was like, I just want to really Man of Steel 2. That's all I wanted. But so I am a Snyder fan. I love Man of Steel. I thought BVS was okay. I liked the Snyder cut of Justice League. I like Dawn of the Dead. I like 300. I like Watchmen. I don't like
Twilight of the
Rebel
Gods.
Moon.
I liked. I don't know if you saw that or not. I love
No, I
Twilight
didn't
of
see
the
that
Gods.
one. You know, I don't like Rebel Moon. I
hate Rebel Moon 1
I
and 2.
think Sucker Punch is 4 great short films strung together by a really terrible story. So I'm a fan, but I also recognize that he doesn't bat 1,000. And
Right.
you know,
Well, if you haven't seen Twilight of the Gods, it's the animated series. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix. It's probably one of the best things I think Snyder's done since Man of Steel, in my opinion.
I'm just of the, you know, I'm an old head, so you know, I grew up in an era where we didn't have superhero movies other than Christopher Reeve, Superman, and you know, Michael Keaton Batman. That's all.
Right.
And so I'm just happy to have this stuff. You know, if I liked some of the Snyderverse, if we don't get any more, then whatever, it's fine. Now we have the DCU. Okay, cool. If this doesn't work either, I'll watch the next thing.
Whatever the next thing is, we're gonna watch it
I'm
anyway.
gonna watch it
Yeah.
regardless. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care.
And I mean, as someone who likes a handful of those movies, people really needed to realize, you know, all those people who were campaigning for, you know, last year's Superman to fail, even though I didn't like it, I sat there and I realized, hey, even if this movie even if it didn't do good, that doesn't mean you're getting DCEU back.
No, that's the thing, as I've said.
Right.
By the way, welcome, Joe. Joe just jumped in. Good to see you,
Howdy.
Joe.
Hey.
We have Bumpkins here on the panel tonight. I'm
Oh.
not sure if you're familiar with this content, but he's joining us this evening and hopefully more down the road. But we were talking about Clayface, and have you seen the trailer, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like Guardians of the Galaxy again. Is that all we're going to get?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. No, what did you think? Do you like, first of all, do you like body horror movies? And if you do, did this one look good for you or no?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, this looks good. It looks great. It looks terrific. I'm in.
Did this change your interest in it from before?
Oh no. I've always been extremely interested in this.
Okay.
This is exactly from the moment we heard about this. It's like this is exactly what we should be getting,
right?
Because it's a movie that only exists because somebody presented a story idea that was so good that somebody's like, well, yeah, we got to do this. So it's like, well, and that also goes to my my pet peeve. You know, I have several pet peeves. One of my major pet peeves is nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for it. That's right. Somebody had an idea, because that's why you make movies, because somebody had an idea, not because somebody sent in an application of this is what I want to see.
That I'm glad you said that. Every time I see that, and I see it every day, that drives me nuts. You know, oh, who asked for this? Well, I don't know. Who asked for Jaws? Who asked for Star Wars? Who asked for Casablanca or Godfather? Like who's asking?
Yeah.
Nobody asked for any movies, right?
Go ahead, Jake.
No one asked for your favorite thing until you made it, and if no one asked for it, it still became your favorite thing.
But I would say that kind of comment is anti-creative. It's like you're saying that because I didn't want something, then no one should have created it. It just doesn't make any sense. It's a dumb statement. So before we move on to the Green Lantern stuff, I do want to say the poll is up. We hit the goal in the chat, so thank you guys so much for supporting the show. You get to choose top 3, and these are your options. Pick 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. All you have to do is type the number to vote. Worst movie cliffhangers of all time. Worst CGI moments in superhero films. That's the second one. Best battles in superhero movies. So your favorite, like, punching, kicking stuff in those. And most drastically different versions, meaning the ones that have changed from one thing to another, whether it be a comic book to a TV show to a movie, a cartoon to a movie, a video game to a movie. The versions that you like that are the most drastically different from their source material.
So adaptations, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see if we got any super chats here. Yeah, we do have one here from Goody Two Shoes 8357 with a $5 super chat. Got an Arby's ad on the way in. It was okay. Why is it better than this stream? Explain, Eric. Also, hail Eric, the only one on this side that I watch. I appreciate you, Goody Two Shoes. And Arby's has the meats. I don't have the meats, I guess. So, it's funny that you mention Arby's because I literally watched a video. I don't know why I watched this, but I watched a video where some guy's like, I'm trying Arby's for the first time. I don't know if it's good or bad. And so he goes to Arby's, and everybody that was telling him to go was like, it's the worst fast food place. Now, I don't eat at Arby's regularly. I do like their curly fries. They have really good curly fries. Yeah. But I'm not a big fan of their sandwiches, but apparently they have burgers now. I don't know about that or whatever.
Yeah, I just went there like, what today's Thursday. I went there Saturday and tried one of their burgers. I was relatively surprised. Place also had a really high sanitation rating, which something else I was surprised to see.
Oh, that's funny you mentioned that. The guy in the video that I watched says that it was the cleanest fast food place he'd ever been in.
Wow.
Wait, somebody actually said Arby's is the worst fast food?
Yeah, I like Arby's.
Yeah.
I think
that's got to be the worst take I've ever heard in my life.
Well, no, not somebody. It's like a general consensus about
Well, the general consensus is a bunch of idiots because you can't beat an Arby's beef and cheddar. That's like
beef and cheddar. There you go, beef and cheddar and potato cakes.
Well,
oh my god!
Someone told him, they said when you go in, you need to get the curly fries, which I agree, curly fries, and you need to get one of their roast beef sandwiches, any of the ones on the menu or whatever. And he hated it. He hated that.
Oh, wow.
He said the fries were bad. I'm like, I like Arby's fries, which by the way, this is the third food topic I've had already. I'm hungry and we're watching a body horror video. So I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Arby's curly fries are like the best French fries that you can get. I don't know.
I would agree with that.
Guys don't crack.
All right, so we have this is a preview here of the Lanterns. It's a very short, but there's something in here I want to talk about. And it's probably going to get some of us going back and forth about what it means, but that's what we are. We're part of the family.
I feel like we fight every time we talk about this.
We do. I'm hoping it's not too much back and forth because I just have questions, and we'll get answers in August because that's when it comes out now, when we find out this trailer. Let's watch this really quickly. So here we go. We get the ring. Cool-looking ring.
Yep.
Okay, so we have August, new series August. Only one can wear the ring.
Well, that's BS.
That's what I'm confused about. What does that mean? Like, we know that's not true.
So I think it's pretty clear what that means. That the ring can only have one person that it's chosen at a time.
Right, but we know that Hal and other lanterns exist with multiple rings, though.
So,
like, there's multiple Green Lanterns in each sector.
Right, but what I'm saying is that the ring can't. So the one who can wear it is the one that it chooses, and then when that person is, like when they die, when they pass it on, it chooses somebody else. It can't choose two people simultaneously.
Well, yeah, one ring can't have two owners at the same time.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, no, I understand that part, but I'm saying, like, we know that multiple rings exist. So why is there an issue with this ring being shared between the two of them? Is Hal retiring? Is he too old? Like, what do you think?
I think you're going to see John try to utilize the ring before it's chosen him, and that's going to be where some of the conflict is.
Yeah, and it might be something where it's Hal's ring, and then he dies, and then the ring chooses John, and until that happens, John can't use it.
Sounds to me like the Snyderverse fans are going to be very, very happy.
They are.
Because,
oh my gosh, it's been all day.
Yeah, because you're saying there can be only one, and we all know that Henry Cavill's the Highlander now, so clearly he's going to get the ring.
So
look at what the movie did. Look at what the Green Lantern movie did. They tried to have Hector Hammond use the ring when it wasn't his, and they had Hal Jordan say, you have to be chosen to wear it, because the ring didn't work for him. It would only work for Hal. And I feel like it would be the same thing here. So for now, it's Hal's, but if he, if he becomes a different being, or if he maybe dies, then it chooses John.
So, I have a couple of thoughts about this. So everybody's all up in arms. Twitter has been just unbearable all day because of this.
Of course. Yeah.
They're like, what is, there's 3,600 lanterns and this and that. I think this is talking about that specific ring right there. That ring that we're looking at. Like you said, Joypad, that ring can only have one owner. Plus, my biggest thought on this was, that tagline is a little bit confusing. I guess I'll have to watch to see what it means. And that's it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is the next thing is the next question I was going to ask is, do we think this is good marketing? Because it is triggering some Green Lantern fans that want to see what this tagline means. Like, oh shit, what do they mean? Is this Green Highlander or whatever? Like is this what they want to tune into it? Look, just like everybody else, our demographic is more likely going to watch the show anyway,
absolutely,
regardless of what it says. Yeah. What they're trying to do, and I said this in the beginning when they first put the ad out, is they're trying to target the people that probably wouldn't just tune in to a Green Lantern show.
Yeah.
I will say I'm happy to see the ring being used in the advertising, because that was one of my criticisms about the first teaser, was that there wasn't a lot of ring action in there. There was a trailer, I think from Japan, that somebody shared with me, or maybe... So, did you see it?
Yeah, I did. It was like 30 seconds. It didn't really show a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I looked at it and I didn't see anything. There was like one extra... A scene was a little bit longer in it than what we saw before. But, I mean, look, I don't really need to see much more about the show. Well, I don't need to see much more about the show. I'm going to watch it anyway. So.
Speaking of the trailer, though, there is something weird today that the Chuds are jumping all over. And it admittedly is a little strange in that the trailer is not online anymore.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yep.
The official
wait. Which one? Which one?
The main trailer that came out a couple months back.
Really?
Yeah, it's
gone on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. It's on everywhere.
So they purged it.
Yeah.
Like from like official channels, like the HBO Max channel, and places like that. I think you can still find it on like smaller channels.
Yeah.
But
it's find like re-uploads of it. Yeah.
So it's like what's that is a little weird, I'm not jumping up and down for joy like the grifters are, but it is a little bit strange.
It's weird, but it doesn't tell me much. Like I don't know why they would remove it. Was because look, I don't think the trailer, like I saw more positive reception to the trailer than negative reception.
Yeah.
So
I just thought about something.
What? Go ahead, say it. Say it out loud. Share it with the class.
When Pumpkins was saying that, like, he wasn't jumping for joy, like, a lot of the grifters, I was like, well, a lot of those grifters are white incels, and white men can't jump.
Right.
I wonder if they're going to try and, like, go a very different marketing direction with the next one. Because I think the marketing was mixed. I saw half the people that were like, "This looks great," and the other half was like, "This looks like dog shit." So I wonder if they are going to try and switch gears, and maybe this next trailer is going to show off a lot of the rings and a lot of the constructs and a lot of the flying and the fight.
But the weird thing is, why did they remove it though?
Yeah,
like I understand if they want to. Yeah. I mean, like rarely do I see them like scrape a trailer from the internet.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't usually happen.
No.
I'm wondering if there's narrative changes that they're doing in post production,
maybe
that are not that trailer. What I'm saying here is maybe there are things in that trailer that are alluded to that have now been changed in the show. Like they've changed the story in the trailer is because movie trailers have done that. There was actually a lawsuit. I think it was, I can't remember what movie it was, but there was a lawsuit where one of the trailers that came out like a year before the movie came out had something in it that wasn't in the movie, and they went to, was it Morbius? Well, Morbius, yeah.
Morbius,
Because they went to court, but then they were found not guilty because they're like, this is just promotional. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, the director even came out and said, "Yeah, I don't know why that's in there because it's not in the movie." And I'm sorry, I just find it so stupid how niche of a thing that was because it was a Spider-Man like mural type thing on a wall, and not only was the Spider-Man image, not only was it A, Tobey Maguire, B, not from a movie, from the Spider-Man PS4 video game. It was a render from there. C, it's not even in the movie at all. It was just in the trailer.
Yeah. A couple people in chat are saying it's a copyright thing.
Was it the song?
Maybe somebody said Bruce Springsteen copyright. I don't remember Bruce Springsteen's song being in there, but yeah, I mean that sounds about as reasonable as anything else I could think of.
That makes more sense to me than anything.
Yeah.
You'd think they would have got that straightened out before.
Sure. Yeah.
Used it though. That seems very.
You would think.
Unless there was some like, oh, I actually don't want you to use it after they agreed. Maybe I don't know. That's strange.
All right, we got some super chats here.
I didn't get copyrighted for that.
They did use State Trooper from Bruce Springsteen in the Lanterns trailer. Okay.
Yes, they did.
So, did they not get permission first? That's weird.
I don't know.
It's are they that broke? I don't know. Goody Two Shoes with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Goody Two Shoes. Can I be wild and say, can we just go straight to Jessica Cruz? I love Hal, but Cruz would be better for a show. Well, we know we have the My Adventures with Green Lantern, which is the animated one that's going to have her in there. But I've said for a while, so Lanterns and X-Men, the weird spot we're in with these two groups of characters is they have a massively large landscape within comic books with stories to tell, but they're the ones that are the farthest behind now because on the DC side, Lanterns have been very underutilized in live action. We had the one movie.
One movie failed.
Pretty much it, right? And for the X-Men, we had all of that Fox stuff, and now we're resetting it to start over again. And if you look at comics, I can think of a handful of IPs within comics themselves that have enough stories within their own to sustain their own universe. Sure. X-Men is one of them. Green Lanterns is one of them. Batman, that world, you could sustain an entire world on that. Spider-Man, you could sustain an entire world on that. There's certain characters that can do that. Yeah.
Like Green Lantern, I've said this for years. Green Lantern is DC's biggest untapped gold mine by far.
I mean, like with the idea of Lanterns being the only heroes in an entire universe, it could work. You could just make that work. They don't need other characters around them, and that's why the X-Men work so well. A whole world where everybody that's on it are just they're heroes and villains with mutant powers, like that works. It makes sense, you know.
Yeah. Well, think about all the world building you could do with those different Lantern planets. Like you could go into like all these histories behind each one. What makes the properties of each ring different from another? The different alien races that you'll find on each planet. The few human Lanterns that are sprinkled in there. Someone was saying Jessica Cruz would work really well for a show. I don't disagree, but I would honestly argue that some Lanterns like Kyle Rayner and Simon Baz might work better.
So Simon Baz, I did a little digging on that because I wasn't too familiar with stuff outside of his stuff with Jessica. I think, without going too deep into it, that the studio is afraid of touching that story. Yeah, pause on that. The studio is too afraid of touching that story because of his background.
Yeah.
I think his character would require them to convince people of a lot of things that there's a lot of stigma around. And I think they should do it 100%.
They should.
But I think the studio is too sheepish to try it because of everything surrounding that, because there's just too much online discourse about it. But I think most people like Simon. Like, if you talk about in the comics, I don't know a lot of people that don't like him as their Lantern. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
He's got one of the cooler
costumes. That
costumes.
much. I never really thought that he stood out as much as even Jessica Cruz does. You know, she was agoraphobic, right? She was full of fear, and so she had to overcome that. And I thought that was wildly interesting. And of course, Hal and Kyle and John and Guy are great. There was just something about Simon that, to me, he just didn't stand out as much as everybody else does.
By the way, somebody mentioned yesterday as being one of the movies that was having that lawsuit about false advertising. The 2019 movie Yesterday. 2 Ana de Armas fans sued Universal for false advertising because she appeared in the trailer but was cut from the final film. It was settled outside of court, apparently. So I guess they rented the movie, expecting her to be in it, and she wasn't.
That's a dangerous precedent, though, because there's lots of trailers that
Yeah.
don't have what's in the movie, you know?
I mean, every Avengers movie.
Sure.
The Hulk was running through the jungle.
There you go. That's the
Infinity
first one
War.
I thought of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, here Cody with a $5 super chat says, in the early Green Lantern comics, before Tomar dies, John wears Hal's ring. Really? I don't see. That's the thing, is there's so many Green Lantern stories I'm not familiar with.
They also retcon shit time and time again.
Well, I was gonna say, if I can, be a super nerd for a second. Well, that was pre-crisis,
right?
If it's that early, right? If it's super
right,
early,
right.
Well, that's pre-crisis, so it doesn't count.
Listen, every time Crisis comes around, you can guarantee one of two things is going to happen: a lot of shit's going to be reset, and a Flash is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Every time a crisis happens, a Flash dies.
Does anybody, before we move on from this, does anybody have a favorite lantern? Like, if you had to pick one lantern that you would say is your favorite, does anybody have one that they really love and they would like to see? Yeah, I would agree. I know Hal has been used a lot, but I would love to see old man Hal would be great for me. I'd be okay with that.
Jon Stewart's mine.
Okay.
As like a casual Jon Stewart, but like that's really the only one I have like a deep knowledge on, just because of the Justice League show.
Yeah. And Joe,
I thought Darren was about to be really cheeky and be like, John Diggle. Wait, never mind.
I could have said John Diggle.
Joe gets the best out of all of us because he's got his Guy Gardner is his favorite lantern. So got to see him in Superman.
Absolutely.
And he's going to be on the Lantern show too.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see my favorite Green Lantern played by one of my favorite actors. It was like
he did a great job too. Nailed that personality. Oh, he's great.
It was a gift.
Yeah.
It was a gift.
We have another super chat here from Naruto, $5 super chat. I saw the other day that No Way Home is officially on Disney Plus. That thing moves around so much. That movie gets tossed around all the time. Like, one day it's on Disney Plus, one day it's not. Like, it's crazy.
Well, I don't think it's ever actually been on Disney Plus until now, but I know it's been on Stars for a while, and I think it still is.
It's nice that now you can officially watch every MCU project on Disney Plus.
They pay. So I'm going to say this: they paid a lot of money to make this happen because they want this to lead into the next Spider-Man.
Yeah,
they want everybody to watch it at home.
I mean, why do you think they're fucking re-releasing Endgame before Doomsday comes out?
By the way, I am so ready for that. I am so ready for a re-release of Endgame. To go back in the theaters and have that experience again.
There's that big theory that they're going to attach something at the end that leads right into Doomsday.
Well, from what they've been saying, I think there's going to be more than just an attachment to that. I think there's going to be stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
Wait. There's going to be more than what?
They're going to actually put things in the movie that was not in the original Endgame that's going to connect to Doomsday.
But that sounds awesome. But I hate that them saying that has then brought about the discourse of like, oh, so now they're just gonna ignore phases 4, 5, and 6 or whatever.
I've seen that.
I can't stand. So
no.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know that at all.
I know.
How are they going to ignore it when some of those characters are in the fucking movie? Like
try telling the grifters that,
Yeah.
I just like, I hope it's not like a permanent. Like, I want the original Endgame to still be like that on streaming, and then when they add it elsewhere, I want it to be like the Doomsday Edition or something
Right.
like that, because I don't want them to like change
Doomed
history and change.
It's-
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
it's
want them
the-
to affect.
You don't want them to do the Star Wars thing where they
I was gonna
just,
say,
every time they
Star
change
Wars
it, they
special
erase
editions
stuff.
all over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, we got another super chat here from Serenity. $2 super chat says, when they ask who asked for this, say, hi, me,
Yeah.
I asked for it. Yeah. I always say this when they go, who asked for this? And I go, well, I did. They're like, well, that doesn't matter. Well, then why did
Yeah.
you say it?
Yeah.
Why'd you ask?
Why,
Yeah.
get fucked then.
They mean I didn't ask for it, not
Right.
who asked for this. I didn't ask for this. Ergo,
Hey,
you shouldn't have made it.
It's right. Oh, and right there, you hit the nail on the head. They're saying, "Oh, I didn't ask for this." Go sit in your fucking corner and complain then.
Don't watch it. Yeah, it's fine.
Goody
Sorry,
two-shoes
I
here.
hate entitled
Oh,
nerds so damn
I do
much.
too. It bothers me. I've always said I hate gatekeeping because I want more people to be part of the community.
Sure.
I want the fandom to
100%.
grow, you know?
Yeah.
So it's one of the things I did with the Arrowverse. I always said I want more people to come in and watch it and be a part of it. You know, that was always my take on that. Goody Two Shoes here with another $5 super chat. Thank you for supporting the show. This is more Jessica Cruz support, which I love to see. A nervous, vulnerable girl being thrust into immense responsibility and heroism would play great to a larger audience. We all know it. I think it would do really well. I have a feeling that if she were the first one out the gate, we would be having a huge onslaught of videos from a
Meltdown.
certain community. Yeah, that would just, she's not sexy enough or some other dumb argument
This
about
premise
it.
sounds a lot like Miss Marvel. Just saying.
I would have. I would like to go into an alternate reality where we could have seen the original HBO Max Lantern show that was supposed to be like
Oh,
an
yeah.
anthology.
Like in 2020, yeah.
Yeah, like that always, like that pitch was so interesting to me, and I was so curious what they're going to do with it. Not that this one isn't going to be good, but I'm just like, what could have been from that version?
Dude, I remember after Arrow ended, so many people were begging, saying, maybe David Ramsey's going to be on this show. No.
Yep.
I do remember the people being like, well, maybe it's part of the Arrowverse after all. I'm like, guys, we can't do this. Can't do this.
So, before we watch we're going to watch the trailer for Coyote versus Acme, like the official trailer.
The official thing no one wanted us to ever see.
Right. I have some thoughts on that too. I want to talk here. There's an interview that came out. Actually, it was a Threads comment, and then it was an interview with, let me look here, interview with Hollywood Reporter, where Jon Favreau says that he didn't support killing off Tony Stark. Did you see that?
Yeah.
There was an interview or a comment. Well, it was from Threads, but I believe it was connected to an interview. Let me pull it up here.
He was on Jimmy Kimmel last night, I think, or maybe the night before. But I wonder if that was during that or something else.
Yeah, let me pull the article up here. It's on IGN. So it says here. Let me find it. Jon Favreau addresses Iron Man death. Doom scrolling.
Doom.
See, I talked to the Russos. I was like, I think it's going to really impact people because there were kids that grew up with that character.
I did see that. Yeah.
What is this ad popping up? Jesus, I don't want to. Who has Dells in 2026?
Dude, you're getting a Dell.
Where's the dude you're getting a Dell guy these days?
I mean, I've got one like over there. I'm not even joking.
I had one back in the day for sure.
So I still have it as a backup monitor if I ever need it.
So he wasn't on board with killing off Iron Man because he was worried about how it was going to impact people. I will say this. I do know people that were very upset about this for months and months and months.
Oh, yeah.
Like people in my family who weren't big comic book people, but started watching the MCU. They got super attached to this character, and they were like, "He's coming back, right? They're going to bring him back." And I'm like, I think he's gone. I think that's it. They had a funeral for him and everything. I'm just like, yeah, in comics he could come back, but we're talking about movies. Like, I don't know if they're going to bring him back or not.
I'm sorry. I don't put like a lot of stock behind what this generated from, but I love that like after the whole like RDJ Doom news like really came out, they put his face on the damn Thanos Endgame meme where he's like, "You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me." I was like, you know what? It makes sense, and I'm not saying all that stuff was a failure because I mean that's one notion that I hate is people saying, oh, Marvel's dead, Marvel's back, Marvel's dead, Marvel's back. They were dead. None of the shit would have came out.
Well, in this same article, he admits that he was wrong about the decision. He does believe that ultimately they made the right choice to kill off Tony with a sacrifice. And I think looking back at it, yes, I think it's weird because we're getting him back as Doom, and I know that's a weird position for him to be in. But and I talked about this. I made a video earlier in the week where the Russos talked about coming back to Marvel, and this was the right decision to continue the story with these characters. I don't know if that's money talking or if they truly believe it was the right thing to do, because
both.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's funny that it says, Tony Stark's death is really going to impact some people. I just want to tell these people, listen, I was 7 years old when I watched Optimus Prime die and turn gray.
Oh my God,
dude! That wrecked kids so bad they had to put that little thing at the end that said Optimus Prime will return.
Well, Jake's favorite character is Rodimus, so I was like, holy shit.
Fuck Hot Rod, dude. I can't stand Rodimus Prime.
Hot Rod's my favorite.
You didn't like him as Rodimus, though, right, Jake? I
didn't like him, period.
Damn, the Hot Rod hate. Hold up, like
I cannot sit here while my boy Judd Nelson is slandered.
I know, right?
Hot Rod is one of my
Do you know that his dad got him a carton of cigarettes for Christmas?
That's great
Said,
for him.
Smoke up, Johnny.
That's great for him. Hot Rod is one of my most hated fictional characters ever. I can't fucking stand
him. Oh, man. Yeah, Eric, if you ever do a live stream dedicated to the 1986 Transformers animated movie, I will be here with bells on, and I can talk about it.
Let me tell you, that song lives in my head forever. That song from that movie lives in my... probably the best soundtrack song of all time.
Stan Bush is a fucking legend, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so good.
Fuck off, Chris. Get out of here with that, Chris.
Would be equally as bad as the... Flash in the live action, I guess.
Wait.
He's
I'm having a hard time reading that. What did that say?
It's a back and forth right now between Julia and Goody Two Shoes about characters. So you have to go back and read the whole tree. I was reading it, but I'm not going to repeat the whole thing. Oh my gosh! Look, Rodimus Prime is the true leader. I was glad Optimus died. He had his time.
Kick him, ban him, you're banned from the channel.
Rage bait unsuccessful.
Right, there you go.
Yeah. What, Optimus was found dead in the Beast Wars show? I didn't watch the whole Beast Wars show, so I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not totally sure. All right, we're going to watch the trailer for the movie that supposedly was never going to come out, which is the Coyote versus Acme movie. And I don't have a ton to say about it, but I do know we have a lot of fans of this. And I do want it to succeed because of the whole Warner Brothers thing. So let's go ahead and let me pull the trailer up. We're going to do YouTube because I want the 1080p 4K one. Wait, audio went away. Thank you, StreamYard, for deleting the audio immediately as I share the trailer.
StreamYard,
I do appreciate that.
Suck.
Actually, they changed a bunch of stuff again today. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like now they're trying to force us to use this little tab on the side, and I hate it.
They've been doing that over like the last week, implementing those changes.
I like the widgets, like this thing right here. I love this.
Yeah,
this is cool. More of that, less of the other stuff.
Yeah. It's
right.
like the whole Drake meme where he's like that.
All right, so Coyote versus Acme trailer 4K, which you're not going to see 4K here because StreamYard doesn't do 4K.
144p, more like. Kidding.
Yeah. John Cena, Will Forte, Lana Condor, adventure comedy family. Let's go. This was a tax write-off. Yeah, this is a tax write-off for Warner Brothers. So they said that this... So before we even click this, so I do want to say, I heard that this had really positive test screenings. Like, people really enjoyed this movie. So let's see if it's as good as the test screen. It's like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type film. So
I love that.
That was my first thought, yeah.
Film for accounting purposes only. We do not condone any of the storylines depicted.
All right. So what do we think? Hold on. There we go. To me, it looks great. I think it looks like a great movie. I am excited for it. I can't believe that it's actually happening because it makes me wonder, is there a world and I don't want to go off on the tangent before we talk about this trailer, but is there a world where we get the Batgirl?
That's
movie?
No.
that's what too, but probably
No.
not.
I keep saying Batgirl's inevitable. We're definitely going to get Batgirl eventually. Could be years, could be 20 years,
Eventually,
but we're going to get it.
Maybe not anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, the easy way that what they should do with it, and this is the easy thing that they've been preaching this ever since Gunn got the job at DC, but as much as they want to do their own stuff, they've also been, or at least Gunn himself has preached his excitement for the Elseworlds concept. There's nothing in Batgirl that directly ties to the old DCEU canon. The only connecting threads are a few actors playing the characters, and you can easily explain that away by, again, what I just said, Elseworlds. And really, at this point, what do you have to lose?
Well, but talking about this trailer specifically, I didn't know what to expect from this. I knew they said it was like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type style with animation and live action mixed together. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not super exciting. But I love this story in this. This is a great story.
Yeah.
So Acme has been blowing up Coyote for years with faulty equipment, and now he's going to take him to court. I think it's a brilliant story.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a no-brainer. It's like, how did we not think of this before?
Yeah.
You know?
It really does feel like a classic movie, like, in the works. Like, I see this, and I see 3-year-old me watching Space Jam for like the first time, being so blown away, and it feels like it captures the essence of Space Jam, the essence of Back in Action, which is also an incredible movie if you guys have not seen it already. I was not impressed with Space Jam 2. Like, that felt like kind of like anti like Looney Tunes to me. So I'm happy that they've been able to kind of like capture that magic again. And it just I don't know, it's so angering that, like, when they wrote this off, they hadn't even watched the movie.
Yeah.
Like they didn't watch a scene to even be like, hey, is this worth doing? It's just like, we don't care. It's Looney Tunes. Just throw it out.
Do you know
so,
what
Darren, I know when we brought this up, Darren, you said you had not seen Roger Rabbit yet back in December. Have you seen it since then or still no?
I have not. It's one of my biggest, like, I haven't seen movies. I need to get it. Yeah.
Do you know my theory as to what happened to this movie with Warner Brothers?
What do you think?
I think Space Jam 2 killed this movie.
I agree.
Space Jam 2 came out. It came out during COVID. It was a day and date release. Yeah. Obviously, it didn't do well at the box office because everyone watched it on TV. But on top of that, everyone hated it. It got totally dragged by the critics, the fans. Nobody liked that movie. And I think that the higher-ups looked at Space Jam 2 and they said, oh, well, nobody's interested in this anymore. They don't want to see this. Why are we spending money? I think that's what this is. I think that they looked no further than Space Jam 2 and said, nobody wants this.
Yeah. And, like, I will say, I think the future of Looney Tunes does live in this movie. Like, if this flops, they're never making another big Looney Tunes thing again.
Yeah, when I first heard about the rigmarole of they made this and then they shelved it, I thought it was just an animated movie. I had no idea it was like this. And when I watched this trailer today, I immediately was transported back to the 80s. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the next Who Framed Roger Rabbit, or it has the potential to be. And I watched that movie a million times, and I was
I love that movie.
And so this was like, this feels like this generation's version of that. And that made me really excited for it because we haven't had something like that in a long time.
Goody Two Shoes says, I hate this movie.
I want to see Bugs at some point or another. I want to see him do the... I saw a guy do this in a toothpaste ad once. I would love it if they played that old commercial out in some way. They probably won't, but that would be just a little bit of candy coating on what I assume is going to be a great watch.
We did get a really, really, really good live-action animation hybrid film a couple of years ago, but unfortunately it went direct to streaming. It didn't get the big screen treatment.
Yep.
And that was the Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers movie.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic movie.
If this flops, we'll definitely not be getting Batgirl. No, I think if we get Batgirl, it's either going to be because James Gunn wants to put it out as an Elseworlds movie, or some other company buys whatever version is left and they release it later on.
The reception of this will not dictate whether or not Batgirl is ever publicly released.
Oh, you don't think so?
I'm telling you,
will it maybe be a factor? Probably, but the large decision and the final call is ultimately going to be if James Gunn wants that to come out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I wish him a long, happy life, but there's going to come a day when we're going to lose Michael Keaton. And Warner Brothers is going to look and go, we have a Michael Keaton Batman movie that nobody has seen. This movie is going to see the light of day.
That's morbid, but also probably very
That's not
true.
yeah.
The
you're right.
The only thing that keeps me from saying we're definitely getting Batgirl one day is that it gives me the ick, because then I feel like a Snyder bro that keeps saying release the Snyder or restore the Snyderverse 10 years later. I don't want to be that guy.
Well,
So.
That's true, because
the difference is those Justice League movies weren't made. Batgirl was made.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's true. Goody Two Shoes with a $2 super chat says a Bugs Bunny movie could have slammed. Yeah, they did tease Bugs Bunny in the Coyote versus Acme movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a Bugs Bunny movie, and like if we're pitching a Bugs Bunny movie, what would the story be for Bugs Bunny? I'm just curious what we would do, because everything thinks about him like trying to escape, different people trying to go after him and stuff like that. What would the story be?
It's a big back and forth between him and Elmer Fudd, hunting wabbits, and he's trying to woo well, no, he always dressed up as the female. I thought well, there is a female bunny, right?
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah.
Lola. No, Lola's from something else. Space Jam, right?
Lola was introduced in Space Jam.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to
she sucked in Space
I don't want to dip into the Space Jam. That's not pure Looney Tunes,
Right. Noelle, she came back in the 2012 show, and she's incredible in that show.
Exactly. Yeah. When Kristen Wiig took over playing her on the 2012 show, that's was
peak
great.
Looney Tunes. That show is fucking fantastic. It's so good. I will say though, before we move on from this, and I hate to say this, in the long run of things, the tax write-off may be the best thing to happen to this movie, because this is a massive marketing push of just we saved the movie, guys. Now you have to go see this movie. It's really smart that they're using that, and I do think you're going to bring in an entire group of people that wouldn't have cared about this movie to now go see this movie. So, also it comes out around a time doesn't have a lot of movies coming out. It's August, so that a good final movie of the summer kind of vibes. So,
and about a year ago, Ketchup Entertainment saved a fully animated Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. Great movie, by the way. I saw that movie 4 times in the theaters, and I kept telling everyone I know, go see this, go see this, go see this. I kept telling everyone, if you go see this and Ketchup Entertainment sees a return on their investment, they will buy Coyote versus Acme. And it didn't quite work out the way I thought, because nobody went and saw it. But still, Ketchup ended up buying it.
Well, I think the issue was that a lot of people said they didn't even know the movie was out because the marketing was so lax on.
Because Ketchup doesn't have 2 cents to rub together. They can't afford marketing.
Where have we heard that before?
But I mean, I'll say the marketing for this is already better than The Day the Earth Blew Up. The views on this trailer are insane. They are. It's doing great numbers. It's doing fantastic numbers. So.
Yeah, I'll be watching it when it comes out for sure. Yeah,
I will 100%. Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's see here. We're caught up on super chats right now. Actually, no, we just as I said that, we get a super chat from Cartoon 49. Thank you for being here, Cartoon 49. What you say? Best MCU film: Black Panther, Endgame, and Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Best MCU film.
Since they gave their top 3, everybody else might as well do the same.
Oh gosh, it's tough for me. There's so many of them.
Letterboxd, here we go.
Number one is Winter Soldier. I love the Winter Soldier. I love that movie.
Yeah, I'd probably put that in my top 3 for sure. Doctor Strange, I think, is in my top 3. I like Doctor Strange.
I would go with Endgame, Guardians Volume 2, and Winter Soldier.
Okay. I would say my 3 in no particular order are going to be Doctor Strange, the first one. I like the second one too. I know people would argue with me about that, but I think the second one is just as strong, if not stronger, than the first one, but it's a good movie. So Winter Soldier for me, the first Avengers movie, and Doctor Strange. That would be my top 3. Probably.
I'm going to say mine are probably Spider-Man: No Way Home, Infinity War, Multiverse of Madness.
Ooh, interesting. The one thing about No Way Home that's funny to me is if you're watching it by yourself and they leave that like moment for cheering when Toby and Andrew show up, it's really awkward. It's like when I was watching it on playback after I went and saw it in theaters, and of course everybody went crazy when they saw it. But I'm sitting here watching it by myself, and it's like there's a good 20 seconds of silence waiting for people to react to seeing the characters, and I just like that's so funny to me.
Waiting for people to shut up, more like.
Yeah.
Right.
Did everybody give their top 3?
I didn't. I'll go Infinity War, Winter Soldier. I'll go Guardians 3. I really like Guardians 3.
All right.
Wow.
What did you say, Joe?
I just said wow.
No, you're 3.
Oh yeah, I said Endgame, Winter Soldier, and Guardians Volume 2.
That's what it was. Guardians 2. Yeah, I was trying to see what the third one was.
Definitely like 3 more than 2.
3 is my least favorite James Gunn movie. It's good.
Of all of his movies? Okay.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's not a bad movie, but I keep saying Infinity War ruined Volume 3 because killing off Gamora was the right move for Infinity War, but it was terrible for Guardians Volume 3 because the vibe of that movie was off. The chemistry between the characters was off because of the events of Infinity War. It's unfortunate. I know why it happened, but Guardians Volume 3 was a casualty, unfortunately.
When you look at Gunn's worst films, I think that's Guardians 2 and Super.
Oh, you think Super is one of his worst films?
I think Super is horrible.
I love Super.
That tracks.
I always love the hate, love. It's just always one way or the other. It's great.
Nathan Fillion is the Holy Avenger. Let's masturbate.
Adam
great.
says Guardians 2 is underrated.
I like Guardians 2.
Guardians 2 is like a phenomenal movie. It's got the best villain, I think, in the entire MCU.
I'll be right back.
The Ego, the Living Planet.
I think the Guardians films only had one good villain, and that was High Evolutionary. Darren said, "I'll be right back."
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I think Guardians films only had one good villain, and that was High Evolutionary.
All right, so we are at the hour and 40-minute mark, which means we're going to be live for about 20 more minutes. What I'm going to do tonight is we're going to pick a day to do a game night. I know we did one earlier in the month last month, and it was really, everybody had a good time with it. Or was it this month? I don't remember. I think it was the beginning of this month. So we're going to be doing another one in May to knock out some more lists. So we'll be picking that tonight before we wrap everything up. I am going to pull the poll back up on the screen very briefly. Here we go. You choose, pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you have not in the chat, you can do this in the debunks and the reloaded chat. All you have to do is type the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4 to coincide with what you're choosing on this list. And this will be the bonus topic because we hit the goal in both chats. So thank you guys so much for that. I will leave that up for a second. While we do that, we have an interesting story here. Man of Tomorrow filming in Atlanta is reportedly drawing backlash from federal inmates over movement restrictions tied to the production. And it says, per TMZ, officials say the measures are standard safety protocols with inmates still receiving meals, water, and medical psych care. I went to read the actual article, which is over here from TMZ. And Man of Tomorrow's shoot is allegedly messing up their routines and, more importantly, access inside the joint. Basically, while the flick is in production, we're told prisoners have to remain in their cells way more than under normal circumstances, and even worse, no access to the commissary.
They're just trying to keep them away from Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, are they they're filming? Hold on, I'm confused here. Are they filming scenes in a prison while the prison is still operating?
I don't know. It sounds like it, but who knows?
Is that normal? I don't think we've ever heard anything like this before.
Is there like on this article, is there like an update or something? I thought I saw a tweet that said TMZ has updated their reporting to say that actually it's not as bad as it sounded or something like that.
Let's see up here at the top. This is the only article I could find.
Okay.
It's terrible Photoshop.
It is. Look at that. Like, oh gosh. They should have just used AI in this part. No, just kidding. Let's see if there's anything new. I'm afraid to click on TMZ's homepage. We'll just leave it at this. But the thing about it is, it says a spokesperson for the Federal Bureau of Prisons tells TMZ they never comment on internal security practices or procedures in general. But if a warden did put a faculty on modified operation status, it would be for the safety of staff and inmates. Usually, such order would happen after a violent incident that needed to be investigated. Another source with direct knowledge tells TMZ production is shooting in a small section of the facility, and they should be wrapping locations. So they are filming it like in the actual prison.
Surely it's just like one set. Maybe they're in the commissary or something. Maybe they're
how
using,
easier it would be to just put a set together.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it really like? I don't know if it's worth like. We have a lot of movies and TV shows that film in prison, and they're not done in actual prison.
So just think about this logistically. However many scenes you're filming in a prison setting for this movie, you have your actors, your director, your camera operators, your ACs, your DPs, your people working gaffs, your people working sound, all of that, plus a lot of other crew members as well. And on the other side of where they're filming are a lot of people whose mental stability ranges greatly, and you're putting all those people in danger.
Well, supposedly this is like a pretty minimum security prison for, like pretty small crimes. Eric, I just sent.
We're not talking about like murder and stuff like that, right?
How funny would it be if that's the? I don't think it is. How funny would it be if this is the prison that the fucking Crime of the Yellow Helms actor got himself in? Because that, and the guy who's going to get released right before Supergirl comes out.
Eric, I just sent you a DM on Twitter, the tweet that I'd seen earlier about it says TMZ corrects their reporting.
Okay, cool. Let
me
a little bit more.
Oh, you mean TMZ can own their mistakes?
Yeah.
So, actually, the funny thing is, and I don't say this with a lot of respect for TMZ, but TMZ has been on the side of trying to be better recently. So I don't know how long it's going to last, but
this is from one of those generic, DCU update, trust me, bro, sites. But who knows?
Yeah, it says FBI reports that it heard nothing but positive feedback about the production from inside the joint. It's an honor for the facility to be a location for the DC movie. We're told by officials disruptions. Oh wait, so this is the same. That is the same thing that we read, but it says here. Higher quality chow is being prepared hot in their respective housing units as opposed to dished out in the dining hall. So they just adjusted where it was coming from. So they couldn't get to the commissary, but it didn't matter because they're actually feeding them in the other side of the prison, I guess. So it's really interesting. All right, so let's see what you guys voted on here with the widget. We are stopping the poll.
Oh yeah.
And worst movie cliffhangers won by 45% of the vote. So when I say worst movie cliffhangers, it can be whatever the person's criteria is. What I mean is worst movie cliffhangers that you were not satisfied with them never following up on it, or worst movie cliffhangers that didn't pay off, or worst movie cliffhangers that you didn't like for whatever reason under the sun. It is all subjective. There's no formula to it or rhyme or reason. It's just stuff that was cliffhanged that you didn't like for whatever reason or another. So there we go.
Does any of your stuff have rhyme or reason to it?
Not usually. I try to keep it very open. So there we have it. Let me put the notes. Yeah.
So the first thing that came to mind, are we talking about it right now?
No.
Okay.
No, that's this is stuff for a game stream. So
okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Like like I said, you've got the link now. You're totally invited.
Yeah, great.
Usually we just schedule another day and we'll do 3 of these topics like we did last time.
Okay.
So yeah.
I have trouble thinking of too many movies that have cliffhanger endings. I mean, there's a few, but
I mean, I would even expand it to TV shows. So I would say movies and TV shows.
Oh man, yeah.
So,
or
because I feel like TV shows have more cliffhangers that don't get paid off than movies do. So.
Or I guess you could count we live in the age of post-credit scenes and post-credit scenes that don't.
That would count. I would count a post-credit scene as a cliffhanger. Yes, I would count.
Because that's where my head went. I had an idea for that.
All right, we have another topic here. I thought this was interesting. First look at the villains of Spider-Noir. Now, Bumpkins. Everybody else, we've talked about this multiple times. Are you looking forward to the series? Is it something that's on your radar?
Yeah. Okay. My only trepidation about this is I'm torn between do I watch it in black and white or color?
Yeah.
I think you have to watch it in black and white.
I feel like
that's the answer.
The only thing I don't like about the way this is coming out is that they're dropping it all at once.
Are they really?
Yeah, they changed it. It's on Amazon Prime now exclusively, and it's all at once.
Okay.
So
yeah, 100% though. I mean, Spider-Man has been my #1 favorite hero for my literal entire life. So anything Spider-Man related, I will jump on. And yeah, this is going to be great, I think.
So we got Brendan Gleeson as Silvermane, Jack Hudson as Sandman, and Abraham Papula as Tombstone. So here we go. This is our Silvermane here. I love him as an actor, so I'm excited to see
he's
him
fantastic.
in this role. We have our Sandman. Look at the visual effects on that in black and white. Oh, that looks so good.
As somebody who Sandman's my favorite Spider-Man villain, and like I'm glad we're seeing another version of him in live action. I love Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman to bits, but I'm glad we're getting another version.
Yeah.
There was a video, like a behind-the-scenes video of this that was posted too.
Yep.
Yeah, I have that on its tab as well.
Cool.
We're going to look at that. Yeah. So Darren, we're looking at the Spider-Noir photos of Silvermane, Sandman, and Tombstone. We'll go back to the Silvermane. We'll go back through them since you're here. So we have
super interesting with
Silvermane.
Tombstone because he's going to be in Brand New Day as well. Obviously, it's a different universe, but it's weird to have two Tombstones at the same time.
Is it safe to say this is Spider Year? I feel like this is
Friendly
Spider
Neighborhood
Year. There's so much
Spider-Man as
Spider-Man.
well.
Yeah, there's so much Spider-Man stuff.
Supergirl and Spider-Man, it's their summer,
Yeah. And then we have our Tombstone.
Is that the guy? Because I recognize him. Was he a? Whoa! Easy.
There's a phone commercial there for a second.
I'm glad you're wearing pants.
Was he a? Was that the warden from the Metahuman prison in the Flash? Is that guy?
Let me look.
Because it looks like him.
Clicking through, trying to find out. Because I don't think he has a Wikipedia page that I can find. I'll probably have to go on IMDb.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, do you see where we might know him from?
It doesn't look like the Flash, but he has been in some other
again?
genre stuff. The Marvels.
What's his name again? What's the actor's name?
Abraham.
Spelled like this.
Popula?
Abraham Popula. Yeah.
Do his eyebrows usually look like that, or is that makeup?
I don't know.
Because he's very Vulcan looking there with the eyebrows.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks very Vulcan. Yeah, for sure.
He was in Morbius and Andor and the Marvels. So he's been in Dark Tower. He's been in some shows.
Wow, that would be something if he was a Vulcan on Andor, crossing the
that would be
streams.
crazy, wouldn't it? All right, so here's the teaser. This will get claimed if you're watching this on playback. If you're watching this on playback, this will get claimed. This is Amazon Prime. They claim everything. Unless you're Jake, you get away with all of it. So
I don't know. I haven't tried my luck with Amazon yet, but we'll see.
You know who doesn't claim everything? Rodimus Prime. Rodimus Prime is much better.
Oh no.
Silvermane, charged of organized crime for 30 years. Someone burned down his mansion a couple of nights ago.
Ooh, I love that shot.
Silvermane gets off on is Howard.
This looks so good.
Psychopathic.
Oh, they're going back and forth between the two.
Also
That's cool.
a little bit smarter than your average narcissist.
This Spider-Man is fresh and of a time of dangerous gangsters in the 30s. Noir style. This all takes place in another dimension, in a different universe.
In a while. What do you say we cut the fancy talk? I've got a fight coming. I want you to help me.
The Sandman is the ultimate anti-hero. His power of the superhero is also what's killing him.
So excited for more Sandman.
This Tombstone is way more interesting. There was something more nefarious happening. He links the classic comic book character with a very grounded story.
There's all these other
Electro.
bad guys with powers, but I think they're trying to
Or
solve the
Megawatt.
problem.
Yeah,
Dirty
Megawatt.
Squad.
Not Electro.
It's about getting his moment at all costs.
Oh my God, this looks so fucking good.
There's still time for you to become one.
You can see the weight of danger, but you get a sense that this is just the beginning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that looks great.
This looks so good.
I don't think people have processed We are getting a live-action Spider-Man TV show. That's happening. We're getting that. That's so exciting.
I love. Okay, so this special effect looks so cheesy, but it works so
really
perfect in the show.
It fits perfectly for that context.
Sure.
And, like Darren said, this is the first time in 50 fucking years that we're getting a live-action Spider-Man show. Like, you just don't.
And it's Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
Nicolas Cage, produced by Chris Lord and
Miller.
Them.
This is like how I felt when they announced Holly Hunter was going to do Star Trek. I'm like, you got that actor to do a TV show? It's like Nicolas Cage is doing a TV show, a superhero TV show,
the suit
a
is
Spider-Man TV show.
You could say that Spider-Man is back in black and white.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that sucks is if this is a show that wants to continue on beyond one season, it's all dropping at once, which is a bad thing for trendability for a show.
That's Amazon's thing, though. Like, they keep... I think that's their strategy. Drop it all in the first season for season 1, and then season 2 onwards weekly. The Boys did this. Fallout did this. A couple others did this as well. I don't like it. That's my literal only thing against the show right now, is I want to watch this for 8 weeks straight.
It's tricky because selfishly, I want it all now. I want to sit down and watch the entire thing. I don't like waiting. But at the same time, it is fun to watch an episode and then talk about it with your buddies for a week.
I mean, Daredevil's a good example of like, we watch every week and then I'm excited to go live and talk about it that night, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if they would have done that same thing for a show like Wonder Man, it would have been received even better than it was.
Well, I think Wonder Man, the weekly format would have absolutely killed in a bad way. I don't think Wonder Man was built for a weekly, because some of those, I mean, nothing.
I think the first half of Wonder Man was death if you had to watch week to week. Like, 100%.
Yeah, for
sure. It got better in the
like
second
a good
half.
I think a 2-week combo could have been cool.
Okay, like 2 episodes a week. I could see that maybe.
It had 10 episodes or 8? Was it 8?
Yeah.
So maybe do like a 4 and 4.
And they were like
maybe been a
half an hour
compromise.
each. So if I had to wait a week between episodes of that, and they're only half an hour, and admittedly not a lot happens in most episodes, I would have been pretty sour on it. But because I watched it all at once, I was like, wow, that was a really cool 3.5
It's almost like Wonder Man was built with a binge model in mind.
Yeah,
I was the opposite.
Exactly.
I was the opposite. I watched Wonder Man about a week apart between episodes, and I loved it. Like I kept
watched it in a day.
I think the only exception was I think I watched the first 2 episodes together, and then after that I went weekly.
Yeah. First 2 work really well together.
You know what else I like about this show, from what I can tell, is because it is sort of out of time. It's a show that takes place in a specific. It's a time-based show. Like, everything about it has to exist the way it does because of the character, right? Spider-Noir.
Yeah.
So So I love that about it, which means that the show probably isn't going to dilly-dally with any sort of bit of storytelling outside of what matters to the characters in the show, which is something a lot of like newer shows can get away with sort of sidestepping because they can reference stuff that's happening right now and make that part of their story. This show, everything that exists has to exist within the context of the story, which I think is going to be a lot of fun to watch. I don't know. I like it. This looks great. I was kind of iffy because I like Nick Cage, but I was worried that this might be a Ghost Rider 2 situation. I was like, I don't know if I want that or not. But
this is definitely going to be his best comic book role.
I think this looks incredible. I think what we saw in this clip makes me more excited. This has been a really good year so far for media. And I just, in general, between Star Trek and Marvel and DC stuff that's coming out, I just feel like this is going to be a really strong year for the fandom in general. Now, is everything going to hit and be a 10 out of 10? No, but I don't like this sounds weird. I don't think everything has to be a 10 out of 10. For me, I like the ups and downs with stuff. So I'm okay with that,
Create some more nuanced conversation.
If everything is a 10 out of 10, nothing's a 10 out of 10.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that.
Just think, 2026 is the year the stars of Raising Arizona went sci-fi.
Oh, Raising Arizona. Holy shit. That is so true. I never thought about that. That's pretty funny. All right, so I want to thank everybody that super chatted tonight. I do appreciate it. All the channel members, you guys were incredible. Thank you guys so much for being here in the chat. Everybody who has been here chatting with us tonight, you guys could have chose any podcast to go to. You came here. I want to thank you so much. We had 150 people watching at one point. Make sure you get those likes up. Leave comments, and we did have a new subscriber. I saw it pop on my screen while we were chatting. Andrew Wolf subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. It rarely happens while we're on screen. It usually happens off, but I appreciate you subbing, Andrew, and thank you for being here. And everybody that hung out. Before we go, we always do this. I like to give everybody a chance to shout out their content and their channels, anything they have going on. And we're going to go counterclockwise today, which means, Darren, you are up first. What's happening with you on your channel? Where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me over at Darren's Sanctuary. I uploaded a new Pipeline podcast today with our buddy Lance. We talked about The Pit Season 2 for anyone watching that show, and stream kind of like this every Monday. We're talking Daredevil, Born Again, Invincible, The Boys, Darth Maul, I think is still on. So
yeah, good show, by the way. I enjoyed this week's episode. So, Joe, are you still doing stuff? Because I know your content slowed down, but what's up with Crazy Joe Adventures?
Crazy Joe Adventures. I've been putting out a video every week. This week, I went to the Philadelphia Puppetry Guild's National Day of Puppetry Festival. Mm-hmm. So you can tune in, see some puppets. And you know what? I haven't been promoting it as much, but you can still come over to Crazy Joe's concession stand too. I've been dropping some.
You did a video
media.
This week.
Yeah, well, I dropped a couple physical media reviews, so that channel's not where my heart is, but it still stuff pops up there every now and then.
It's your side chick, got it.
Yeah.
Jake, what is happening with you? Where can they find you? What do you got going on? Is it Sundays at 7 p.m.?
That's one of the things that's happening. You can find me there at 7 p.m. on Sundays, like you said. It's my own show, Jake's Lost Levels, where I play through a bunch of games to get a bunch of the data that got lost back. This upcoming Sunday, we have another Skyrim stream. And then the following Sunday, we start a new game added to the series, Batman Arkham Knight, which is going to take a lot of time to get that data back, but it's going to be fun. Then outside of that, I had my Clayface reaction drop on Wednesday, and then going to be working this weekend to get a lot of my list of videos. I got a list of videos about Yeetal to get through before the end of May to kind of clear my slate for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And yeah, that game's going to take up a lot of my summer, but it's going to be fun. And we're this
close. That's a good summer, though.
Yeah, we are this close to monetization. Let's see if we can get it out.
Nice.
Okay. And Bumpkins, thank you for being here tonight.
Oh,
joining
absolutely.
us for the first Nerdcast that you made it to. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks
You're
for having
always
me on.
welcome. You got the stream link now, so whenever we're live, if you want to jump on, you can. But tell them where they can find you online to go check out your content.
Yeah, so TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Bumpkins TV. I don't like the TV being on there, but somebody else had Bumpkins, so I had to put something on there. But yeah, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, I do a lot of comic book content. I'm a lifelong comic book reader. And I sort of kind of work kind of part-time at a comic shop, so I get to read comic books early. So I do a lot of early preview content about upcoming comic books and things like that, spoiler free, of course. On May 2nd is Free Comic Book Day, and actually right next to me I have the entire stack of all the free comic books that you'll be able to get on that day. So I'll have preview content for this stuff coming up in a few days after I read it. So yeah,
that's right around the corner, actually, isn't it?
Right,
May
yeah.
2nd,
a week from Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, go check out Bumpkins, support his content. He does a lot of great stuff as well. Look, here, just did it. There we go. We did get a super chat. It's a $5 super chat from Cameron. Eric's the trailer for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake. I actually had this in a tab, but we ran out of time. But since you've super chatted for $5, before we go, I will watch it and get my thoughts on it. I don't know how many
paid real money for this shit, man.
Real money. It's hardcore money you earned here. So, but thank you so much. We're gonna watch it. It's a very short trailer. It's a 1-minute trailer. So we'll go ahead and watch this, give our thoughts on it, and then we're gonna head out. Unless somebody else gives me $5 to watch something, I am a easy whore. So here we go. So thank you, Cameron. Appreciate it.
Someone that's going to be like in a bunch of clips.
It's going to be clipped, yeah, for sure.
All right.
Ooh, this looks really good.
We fly no colors out here.
Good.
But praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms.
If a man plays the fool, then it's only fools he'll persuade, but appear to be the devil. And all men will submit.
This looks so much better than the original.
We're pirates, kid. We take as we please and become who we like.
But that look ain't you. It's not who you are.
Who am I then?
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work.
It ain't work if you love it.
So you know what I love about this is that it's a pirate themed Assassin's Creed, which we don't get a lot of pirate games that play really well. This one played really well back in the day, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be really consistent from the other stuff.
Did you guys recognize the voice that you heard in that trailer?
I was wondering, who is that? It did sound familiar.
That's Matt Ryan.
Oh, is it?
Yep, because he played the character back then, and he came back for this.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
This is probably my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I love that pirate setting, and as somebody who owns the original Black Flag, played it a bunch back then, I am stoked for this. It's so funny that for the past what were like the past 2 years in a row now, you know, like last year you had the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake, which I also loved to bits. Also love the original game. This is probably going to be one of my favorite game releases of the year. Like between Wolverine, Lego Batman, and this, we're probably not getting the new Fire Emblem this year, even though we got it announced at a Direct. I've heard fuck all about it since, so that's probably not coming until 27. But I'm looking forward to this a lot.
Okay, question.
Yeah,
I've never played these games. Oops.
Whoa!
I've never played these games.
The camel curse continues. Sorry.
Could I just play this game without having played anything else?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, almost all of them.
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, they all kind of work independently in that regard.
Yeah.
And I just want to hop into there. Like, it looks so beautiful.
So some people are saying in the chat, this is kind of where things picked up for it. I think this was the first game in the series where things really sort of diverted from what you were doing in the original stuff. Not totally, but the pirate stuff is cool. So it's a lot of fun. And
I mean, I really like 2 and 3, and you know, like 4 is probably my favorite. And maybe this is a hot take. I've always been a Unity defender. I don't know if anybody here plays the games, but I've always defended Unity, and I cannot stand Syndicate. I hate that game.
I just want to say, Jason Deerham in the chat says, "Wow, he retires from the NFL and becomes a voice actor. Nobody will get that." That's the first thing I thought of too when he said Matt Ryan. I was like, "Wow, the Atlanta Falcons quarterback."
Constantine himself. Harrison says, "I'm a sucker for pirate." Me too. I love pirate stuff. So. It's right up the alley for me.
Pirating stuff, Eric.
Right.
I do. Pirate the Sailseas. That's double entendre there. All right. So, we're going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. We will be back again I will be back probably on Sunday with the Copecast over on the Debunks channel. We'll be back on Tuesday with a Nerdcast. So we'll see everybody then. Have a great night. Shout out to Wildcat. Bye. Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.